So we're going to go ahead and throw it down to the PA to get these starting lineups. We'll be back in just a moment.
To the fuller. Number 5, Alex, all I want for Christmas is a fishing Rodriguez. Number 22, Carson, I couldn't think of anything, Evans. Number 35, Cole as Ice Holloway. And now, for your Anderson Trojan, he wears number 1, Mitchell, I used to weigh 210 Whitlow. Number 4, Jackson, my mom is the president, Gill. Number 5, Campbell, I eat a Krispy Kreme, not Dunkin'. Number 22, Fred, I throw dimes Dale. Rounding out the lineup, number 23, been it since the first grade, Blackerby.
All right. Dr. Buckman is tired. Some of those intro names, those jokes, those puns. He was a little work. I think he knows that. He's not up to his usual standard. He's a little tired.
We'll sing happy
forgive
birthday
him for that. It's
to
no
Cole
big deal.
Holloway. He'll be 18 tomorrow.
And happy birthday to the starting
Happy
center.
birthday, young man.
Well, starting something for Dakota Ridge, all the way from Littleton, Colorado. That's a journey. We welcome him down here to Austin, Texas, where it is warm.
Quite a journey. I'm excited to see what Colorado has in store basketball-wise.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm joined here today by my producer and color analyst. For the first time, we have an actual color analyst on the broadcast. It's Mr. Josh Blanche. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited. I've never watched Anderson play basketball. I'm excited to see this tonight.
Well, I have done it plenty, and it's the man himself, Campbell Duncan, underneath. Getting ready for this jump ball. The other guy there is Isaac Pullick. He does not win it. So Campbell Duncan, 2-0 in the Anderson Classic on jump balls. Here comes Jackson Gill. Jackson did struggle in the first game, a little turnover prone, but looking to clean things up here is Bennett Blackerby going to pull it short off the front of the rim to get us started, but we are underway. It's 0-0 here from Anderson High School in our final game of the night. Going on a 12-plus hour day. Closer to 15 for some of these people.
I know.
As Pullick drives to the basket, takes it strong at Campbell Duncan. That's his first bucket of the game. He opens up scoring. It's 2-0 in favor of the Eagles. Here's Mitchell Whitlow on the right wing, dribbling it back up top. He's going to find Bennett Blackerby, and the offense will get going. Fred Dale coming on the screen. Blackerby going to try a second triple. This one also no good. So 0 for 2 to start for Bennett Blackerby. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Eagles, so Anderson will be able to retain it here.
One thing that we don't have that we did in the first one, we don't have the size disadvantage. Everybody's around about the same height.
Yeah, absolutely. That Cy Falls game, they were much higher than that Holmes team, but we see some height over there on the bench for Dakota Ridge, but all in all, pretty evenly matched, I would say. Isaac Pullig is the tallest guy out on the court right now, as here's a fading into the corner triple for Fred Dale. Comes up short, so Anderson firing from downtown to start, not connecting. It's 2-0. Dakota Ridge, they were able to beat Dulles by around 15 points, so Anderson only winning by 3. Stands to reason Dakota Ridge might be favored in this one. Driving all the way to the cup is Trevor Fuller. He can't get it to go, but it's taken right away by number 35, Cole Holloway, and Fred Dale's going to pick up the foul underneath after getting it stripped.
Number 22, Fred Dale.
I think the goal and the name of the game is probably going to have to be the paint. Who can win in the paint? That's what it's going to be mostly about.
And we saw Campbell Duncan in the first game just go absolutely crazy underneath. He hit a couple threes, but that was opened up by how good he was around the basket. They were trying to force him to the perimeter, and he said, okay, I can shoot these too. Both him, Campbell Duncan, and Bennett Blackerby scoring 19 in the first game. As here's Mitchell Whitlow all the way to the cup, gets it to go. Through traffic, Mitchell Whitlow opening the scoring for the Trojans. It's 2 apiece. We're about 100 seconds into this one. We'll go ahead and look at the standings in the Anderson Classic here as we go through the night. I know Dulles is 0-2, so they will be the bronze team in this pool. Anderson and Dakota Ridge playing to see who will make that gold bracket. As come the other way, Blackerby dribbles into a triple. Can't get it to go. A cold start for Bennett Blackerby, but with the way that he plays, if he starts cold, he's going to get hot at some point. Bennett doesn't usually stay cold the whole game.
I don't think anybody can stay cold for an entire game. You'll get out of the slump at some point.
And he is one of the city's premier shot makers at this point in his career. As here's Holloway trying to dribble in. Pullick fakes the three, dribbles into a pull-up, so I think that's telling. He might not trust his range as here's Cole Holloway. Nice, he was buried underneath the basket, but was able to find the basket. On the little scoop shot is all the way in transition is Mitchell Whitlow. There's going to be a foul on Carson Evans. First time we've called his name, the senior. It's Isaac Pullick, Trevor Fuller, Alex Rodriguez, Carson Evans, and Cole Holloway in the white for Dakota Ridge High School, the DRHS across the chest. Anderson, of course, wearing the away blues as they were the home team in the first contest. As Mitchell Whitlow rattles home the first free throw, he's got 3 points. That's all of Anderson's total here so far. That is good as well. Dakota Ridge 4, Mitchell Whitlow 4. And they forgot about somebody going on the transition as Carson Evans can't get it to go. Anderson clears it away. Here comes Bennett Blackaby. Eyes ahead in the front court, crosses over, crosses back, loses his control there. As he tried to pass it to Dale. Dale did not think that pass was to him. And here comes Carson Evans. Jackson Gill in defense. Can't get the layup. Rebound, batted around. It's loose. It's out of bounds. It's Anderson ball.
What a weird sequence. No one is really, ball's kind of squirting out. You got to be more aware and be more alert because it's going to be these small things that are going to change.
And Anderson, very good at the little things on defense, haven't been so good at the little things on offense as Andrew Darby checks in for Bennett Blackaby, who's going to get the first rest of the game. And we are going to have a jump ball, possession arrow going to Dakota Ridge. So Anderson will take that. It was either going to be a travel on Campbell Duncan or a jump ball. And at this point, he'll take the jump ball and get the possession arrow back. So now it's 4-4. Under 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Moving the ball up is Alex Rodriguez.
Most definitely.
Like the baseball player. Here's Carson Evans. Whitlow has been good in defense all day. They've been trying to pick on him for whatever reason. Mitchell Whitlow, one of the only 2 returning starters for Anderson, and he's not the guy to pick on. There's Andrew Darby in defense there. They get it underneath to Holloway, and he's been the thorn in Anderson's side as he gets that one to go plus the foul.
Count the basket. Fouls on the Trojans, number 22, Fred Dale. To the line for the N1 birthday boy.
Another sub here. Caden Williford going to check into the ball game. Checking out is Fred Dale after a bit of a slow start from the Trojans starting quarterback. Got a good crowd here for this 8:30 game. Foul shot up and good. 5 points in the game now for Cole Holloway. As this one is stolen in transition. Gill again on the turnover. Now dribbling into the front court is Alex Rodriguez. He'll dribble it off his foot. Now back to the trailing basket.
3, Ethan Berninger.
Berninger checking into the game, hitting his first 3. Dakota Ridge comes out to an early lead. It's 10-4. Mitchell Whitlow, still the only Anderson player in the scoring column as Caden Williford has it up top. Jackson Gill had 5 in the first game today. Mitchell Whitlow going to try and stay hot. Gets it to go. Mitchell Whitlow has 7 points. Dakota Ridge 10, Mitchell Whitlow 7.
They're going back and forth, back and forth. Speed is the name of the game right now.
We are trading baskets here as Alex Rodriguez. A-Rod can't make the basket. Mitchell Whitlow. Oh, another one. Mitchell Whitlow, back-to-back triples. He's got 10 points. He's got all of Anderson's points. Only had 9 in the first game, which is, nothing to scoff at. 9 points, that'll help your team out. But when you have 10 points in the first 4.5 minutes of action, as here's Alex Rodriguez again.
Got to feed who has the hot hand. He's got it. Keep feeding him.
Do you think he hates Alex Rodriguez?
I don't think so.
Do you think this Alex Rodriguez hates Alex Rodriguez?
I don't know. He might admire Alex Rodriguez, but he hates all the Alex Rodriguez jokes. I'll give him that.
Have you ever seen Office Space?
Yes.
Why should I have to change my name? He's the one who sucks. Great movie.
Oh, my gosh. Classic movie.
As we have a turnover on the Trojans here. Baseline out.
Timeout on the
It will be a timeout.
Eagles coach 30-second.
Dakota Ridge calling a 30-second timeout, so we'll go ahead and keep it here. We'd like to thank you all for tuning into the broadcast today. Hope you were all able to tune in this morning as Anderson took down the Dulles Vikings in a nail-biter. That one went to OT. Anderson able to outlast the Vikings. And not their cleanest game. They hit some nice shots down the stretch, but this team has shown itself to be a little bit turnover prone in the early going here.
Wasn't that kind of like the issue in the last game, though? We were watching with Cypher's Falls, just being able to like turn the ball over consistently, not being able to use that momentum.
And in my time covering this Anderson team, half-court offense has always been their struggle. They've always looked the ugliest when they have to slow it down and get into the half-court. You can see them coming here. Who is that? It's Caden Williford. He's coming up. He's trying to initiate that trap. But instead, it's going to be a foul going on Cooper Bain, who had a basket in that first game. But Anderson's going to try and trap you. They're going to try and turn you over. They're going to try and get out and run so they can find easy baskets in transition instead of having to run a set and try and get bogged down because they just don't really have that real play initiator right now. And it's a team that's lost a lot of talent. We are still in the early going this season, but the half-court offense has never been too shiny for the Trojans, and this season is perhaps highlighting that a little bit more as here's Carson Evans back outside the three-point basket.
That's a three, number 3, Steph Schattinger.
There's a couple threes off the bench here for Dakota Ridge. That one's Steph Schattinger. It's now 13-10 and a foul well away from the basket from Ethan Berninger.
Fouls on the Eagles, number 11, Ethan B.
You got to be more patient. I see the aggression in both teams. Both teams are playing aggressively on defense. Not passively on offense, but they're playing aggressively on defense. That can cause somebody to get into foul trouble.
This here's Whitlow once again. Into the corner, Campbell Duncan steps into it. That's an air ball. This one rebounded by Schattinger. Now here comes Alex Rodriguez. Has it poked away by Gill, so he'll have to retreat. Now back outside. It's number 11, Ethan Berninger. He's going to the basket, and he throws it down. I don't think Anderson was expecting something like that as he rose up, and you'll have to jump with him moving forward as here's Campbell Duncan. 5-point lead for the Eagles. Good pump fake from Whitlow. Ooh, almost he did get away with a bit of a travel. It seemed like he kept his pivot foot, but Jackson Gill, he finds him. So Anderson able to fill it up from the 3-ball early despite Bennett Blackerby's cold start. He's usually the scorcher on this team. As we have a foul in the lane here. Looks like that's going to go against.
Number 10, Caden Williford.
Thank you, Dr. B. Caden Williford.
14 foul for the Trojans.
You say that's his first or his third? I think he must have said his first.
It has to be. They haven't had that many fouls just in general.
It's the 4th team foul going against the Trojans. And
most definitely.
If he's picked up 3, that's not a good sign.
That's terrible.
Anderson will take that. A quick turnover off the inbound as they will have the ball with a chance to take the lead. 15-13, a minute and 29 and counting left here in the first quarter. Back up top here, it's Cooper Bain. Bain puts it on the floor, kicks it off to Campbell Duncan. Williford fronting, or looking to get it into the post. Here's Gill flashing around the corner. Put it on the ground, Campbell Duncan. Now back over to Whitlow. He looked at the 3, instead passes it off. A good find. The passing from Mitchell Whitlow has been a sight to behold as Campbell Duncan's shots blocked. Mitchell Whitlow shooting it well tonight and passing it well all day. As that one battered around, Pullick couldn't come down with it. Campbell Duncan driving into the front court. Now here comes Jackson Gill. He'll pull up for the floater. Can't get the touch. Rebound goes away to Carson Evans, and here come the Eagles. Ball loose on the break. Now over to Trevor Fuller. He'll try. That's an air ball. Rebound underneath. Fortuitous bounce for Schattinger, and now he can't quite come up with it. Fuller drives in, dips it off to Pullick. He can't hit it, and that's going to be an over-the-back foul going against Isaac Pullick.
Yeah, good call right there for the over-the-back.
That was on the Eagles, number 2, Isaac Pullick.
This is craziness.
This is a team that's pretty stacked with seniors, Dakota Ridge, but Ethan Berninger, the man with the nasty throwdown, he's only a sophomore.
Aye.
So thankfully after this game, they will head off back to Colorado, and we will not have to deal with that athleticism. Well, they'll be here till Saturday. Hopefully they can see the sights. Perhaps go to Wally's.
See what they do, man. Enjoy it. Out-of-state trips are some of the best trips you'll take.
15 to go here in the first quarter. It's Jackson Gill. No count on him yet. Here's Whitlow. He's going to drive in. 8 seconds remaining. Sidestep. Splits the double team. Gets to the basket. And we're going to have a foul underneath going against the Eagles.
It's important.
Yeah, had to make sure that I had the mascot right.
Fouls on the Eagles, number 2.
4.7. They're going to get it on the floor, though. It seemed like Mitchell had gathered, but nonetheless, we will take it out baseline as Pullig heads to the bench. Jackson Gill going to be the man to inbound. 4.74 to go. Both teams an even 4 team fouls. Dishes it off. Campbell Duncan. He's going to take a dribble. Take the shot. It's no good. Rebound cleared away. No shot at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the first quarter. Anderson trails it 15-13. We'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast. We will be back for the start of the second quarter. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Howery, Breen, and Herman, for everything they do on the broadcast. We will be right back. You're listening to Anderson Basketball on Vype Live. Keep it here.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Quarter number 2. We are underway. Anderson trails it by 2. It'll be Campbell Duncan, Jackson Gill, Mitchell Whitlow, Caden Williford, and Carl Burns. We didn't see Carl in that first game, but he is in to start, as Bennett Blackerby has been on the bench for a hot minute here, as Whitlow finally misses from downtown. This one rebounded underneath, and way to get it out by Carson Evans. Now coming into the front court are the Eagles. Trevor Fuller with it on the wing. He's going to skip the pass over to Carson Evans, who's going to drive the paint. Pulls up. No good off back iron. 2 Eagles had it. They both knocked it away from each other, and it goes into the hands of Carson Evans. 3-pointer here for Trevor Fuller, and he gets it to go. First make of the game for Trevor Fuller. 5-point deficit for the Trojans. The winner of this game will play at 7 p.m. tomorrow night. Fading into the corner is Gill. Pass came a little late. Now kick to the corner. Campbell Duncan from the corner. That one rattles in and out. Carl Burns with the rebound, and we are going to have a foul on the floor going against Dakota Ridge. Carl. 7:09 remaining in the half. Minute gone in the second. Gill needs to find somewhere to get it. He gets it into Whitlow. Faces up, screen from Burns. Won't use it. Instead, he'll pull up from 3. That one's no good, so Whitlow cooling off. Campbell Duncan, a strong board. Contact underneath. Duncan wanted the foul, and I think he had a case. But now, swinging to the corner, that's Fuller. Dumps it off to Evans, driving baseline. He tries to go up and under, can't get it. It's a physical game as this one's cleared away by Burns. Excellent.
You're right. This is a very physical game.
They're letting him play just a little bit. Got him to the ground. Gill needs it. Got it.
Amazing.
I don't know if that was a cross or a trip, but we'll give him the highlight play. We'll call it a killer crossover going to the 3-pointer.
That was
Anderson
amazing.
Trails by just 2 now. Back outside. Carson Evans now trying again. Is Berninger from 3. He can't get it to go. Hit one earlier. Holloway on the rebound. Kicks across court. Fuller going to try again from downtown. He's got it. Hit his last 2. Back to a 5-point game. Jackson Gill with it. 21-16. Driving on the right side as this one's poked away off the foot of Fuller. He's going to have it in the front court. Whitlow coming in. Looked like good defense there, but they're going to get the foul in transition. Bumped him going up. So headed to the line here will be Trevor Fuller, who's got 6 points in the game. Got that off the strength of 2 3-pointers. Blackerby remains on the bench, getting checked in now. He's a new face.
It is.
Fuller hits his first. Andrew Darby coming off the bench, another stint for him. Williford heads to the bench. Fuller 8 points in the first half already, as they've got the lead back to 7. Gill crosses over. trying to split the double team. Almost lost his footing, kept the pivot foot. Here's Campbell Duncan all the way to the basket, cradles it. Nice play, just keeping that ball. He was able to kind of cup it. That's showing off the athleticism as Campbell Duncan's going to head to the line. 2 shots. 2 shots. Campbell Duncan not off to the hot start that he had against Dulles. He's only got 1 point here off that free throw, but he is a source of offense that they need to rely on going forward.
He just has to get hot. It's
about off the front, and Carl Burns. He's been good on the offensive glass, and he gets the layup to go. Oh, man. Am I going to have a new favorite guy? Is Carl Burns my new favorite guy?
You might.
Anderson always has a couple guys. Oh, that's a push-off. That's
oh, come on.
Oh, that was egregious. All right, driving baseline is Trevor Fuller. Kicks it to the corner, an open 3 for A-Rod, air ball. Both teams wanting fouls. As here's Jackson Gill racing into the front court. Here's Whitlow, gets a flashing Duncan. Dribble, pull up, a floater, no good. Rebound, tried to bat it out, but it's, almost a double dribble. Looks like they got the dribble on the rebound where you can reestablish. As Carson Evans gets an open look, it's no good. Rebound goes to Jackson Gill. And A-Rod is being pesky, as he always is. As here's Mitchell Whitlow driving into the front court, kicks to the corner, pass and crash, and that's going to be a charge.
Man, the physicality of this game alone has been worth the price of admission.
Seems like these two teams aren't particularly happy with each other as we're nearly halfway through the second quarter.
They don't even know each other. They're never going to see each other again. And yet they're playing like bitter rivals.
The beauty of sports.
I know.
It is on site with these dudes.
Despite the fact that they'll never see these dudes again.
There's Bennett Blackerby back into the game after a long break. He was the first guy to come out of the game. Maybe had something bothering him over on the bench. Nice drive and a nice finish. Spin cycle from Carson Evans. This is an excellent basketball team in Dakota Ridge. They lead it by 6. Bennett Blackerby moves through. Jackson Gill in the corner. Got to get it out. Can't hold the ball there. As that one's going to be stolen away. Telegraph the pass.
Easy.
There's now an 8-point lead has ballooned here for Dakota Ridge. Anderson going to take the timeout.
Man, that's smart, bro. That's smart.
Always well-timed with these timeouts. He always knows when it's starting to get away from his team. And Jackson Gill, he's still, just a junior. He's been on this varsity roster, but he's still kind of just learning how to be a point guard and learning how to do all those point guard things. It's not as simple as just bringing it up and passing it off. You really have to kind of manage things as an offense, and he's just haven't been up to, I know, his standards in these past couple of games. Just a few too many turnovers from a lead guard spot.
Yeah, when you play point guard, that's the most important position on the court. You have to be the general, and so it's not an easy task for anybody if you're not used to it to be that. So, but I think he's adjusting to it very, very well. It's just going to take a little bit more time. He needs to be more patient with himself.
And that's why you play tournaments and stuff like this before you get into district play, which is what really matters.
Yeah.
And he has some big shoes to fill as Bennett Blackerby drives in, blows the layup just a little too strong. It's Jackson Gill having to fill the shoes of Mike Wagner, the incumbent point guard who had the starting job for a couple of years. And all last year I called him the point guard with his passing capabilities. So it's going to be a tough transition. As here's Trevor Fuller. They left him open again. This one's short. Rebound goes underneath to Cooper Bain. And they're going to feed Jackson Gill to get it up the court again. Let him work through these reps. It's always a good thing to do in the early part of a season. Great cut by Blackerby, but it's knocked away by Cole Holloway. Nice play on defense. Anderson has the ball, trailing 27-19. 3 minutes, 32 seconds remain in the first half.
Unprecedented.
Darby on the inbound. Looking for somewhere to go with it, and he finds Bain. Rifled that pass in there. Here's Bennett Blackerby. Like to get a transition look for Bennett or an easy look at the basket, as he's going to instead step back for a 3, and of course he'll hit that. The basket counts. We're going to have a loose ball foul. Oh, it's on Campbell Duncan. Could have looked like it was going to be on Dakota Ridge, but instead the basket counts. It will be a foul on Campbell Duncan. That's the 7th team foul for the Trojans, so it'll just put Cole Holloway at the line. That's a tough break for the Anderson Trojans. But in the same direction, Bennett Blackerby just hit a tough pullback 3.
He did.
When he was, I believe, either 0 for 3 or 0 for 4 from the field in this game, so it's nice to see him knock one down. Cole Holloway at the line for the 1-and-1. Misses the front end, comes around, could have gotten called for a reach-in as Bennett Blackerby, hesitation, gets to the basket, gets it to go, and the foul. Bennett Blackerby heating up.
They're not out of it. They're showing fight and determination.
I've watched enough Bennett Blackerby. I know coming down on this next offensive possession, he's going to pull up for the most ridiculous 3 you have ever seen, and there's like an 80% chance that he hits it.
Got it.
This man loves a heat check 3, and he has gotten an and-one basket, a difficult 3, so I know he's going to let it fly next time down the court.
Why not let it fly?
Anderson cuts it to 2. Dakota Ridge has had the lead all game, but Anderson, they've taken every punch and been able to claw back. Now here's Ben Johnson into the game. Haven't seen much of him. As here's Alex Rodriguez. Johnson, almost got away with a pair of travels, and just right there, Bain gets away with a foul of his own. So 2 whistles. Pass off to Gill. He's open. This is a great look for him. Bang!
Love that Mike Green.
Gill looking good so far on his shot. Oh man, the officiating is a little confusing to me because at some points they're really letting him get chippy and really letting him get aggressive, but then they call a little bump like that on the perimeter. And I'm not saying that that's not a foul. In many games that has been a foul, but when we see guys running into each other and bodies flying, it can be difficult as a player to know what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, one of the things as a coach is you have to learn how the refs are going to call it. If they're not going to call it right, then we got to play it the proper way. And that's not just in basketball. That's in any sport. You need to know what way the ref's leaning. So that way you can tell your team, hey, this is the way we're going to have to play if we want to stay on their good side.
As that'll tie the game right back up. Misses that end of it. Ball goes on the floor, and it goes right back to the free throw shooter. Now it's Alex Rodriguez driving to the basket, up and under. Beautiful spin on that ball. Gets it to go. Gets them the lead back. It's 28-20. Bennett Blackerby dribbling up. And there it is. Pull up. Heat check. Short. Now Rodriguez, Euro step, tried to spin it up and in again. Blackerby clears it away. He'll slow it down. Now he's going to put on the Jets. He sees numbers. It's 3-on-3. Gill into the corner. It's good again. Jackson Gill on fire from downtown. He's up to 12 points. Anderson's got the lead right back, and we have got a barn burner in Austin, Texas. 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's Ethan Berninger.
Craziness. Absolute craziness.
Into the corner for A-Rod. He gets it to go, and we are going back and forth. Rodriguez now with 5. It's 33-31. Minute 40 and counting here in the first half. Bennett Blackerby with it. He swings it over to Cooper Bain. Now it's Jackson Gill looking to get it in to Campbell Duncan, and they will. And instead, it's going to be a foul on the floor on the entry pass. Cole Holloway wrapped him up and got around him. Both teams 8 team fouls. Campbell Duncan going to check in. Or excuse me, Campbell Duncan going to head to the line. Carl Burns going to check in. And they're going to get Gill to the bench here, who's been your hottest shooter. But then again, he's been in for a while. Probably no. He's just getting some water. They're keeping him in. I was going to say, you might want to not take him out when he's on the biggest heater of his high school career to date. Whew, excuse me. As Campbell Duncan steps to the line, drills the first of the 1-and-1. So it's Darby, Burns, Blackerby, Gill, and Campbell Duncan, who goes 1 for 2. So he's 2 for 4 from the line today. 2 points. Rodriguez. Berninger crosses over, driving in. Gives Darby the elbow. Can't kiss it off the glass. Rebound to Carl. He's a beast on the glass. And this one's tipped away by Rodriguez. And he finds an open cutting DeWicki. So Anderson just, again, sloppy with the basketball. Minute to go here in the half. Bennett Blackerby dribbling it up. They trail it by 3. Into Campbell Duncan. He faces up. Now back to Darby. And it looks like a foul underneath. DeWicki gets the basket, gets the foul. As Dakota Ridge having a really hard time defending these entry passes, as here's Mr. Burns. That one no good. Rebounded DeWicki, and here we come the other way. So Anderson comes up fruitless on that end. Both teams in the bonus. Now Dakota Ridge in the double bonus, but it's likely not to matter at this point in the half. 45 seconds remaining, and they can dribble it out if they so choose. It's Trevor Fuller, 8 points in the half for him. We're going to dribble the air out of the ball until we get to halftime, it appears. .23 seconds. Anderson not going to pressure the ball. They're just content to try and get the stop at the end of this. 13 seconds. Fuller crosses to his left, going to get to the basket. Takes the bump. He'll head to the line. Really sold out for the foul on that play. As now it's Mitchell Whitlow and Fred Dale checking back in. Fred hasn't seen a lot of the court here in this first half. First free throw up and good. 4-point game now. 9 points for Trevor Fuller. It's Burns and Darby to the bench.
Bell has to cut it.
Makes them both first eagle into double figures, as here's Bennett Blackerby with 6 seconds to go. He's going to take it all the way to the cup. He takes the hit, can't get it. Gets the tip, can't get that. And that's how the half ends. So Anderson, he trailed for most of that half, able to get the lead back for a moment there in the second quarter, but now the Dakota Ridge Eagles take a lead, a 5-point lead to be exact, 37-32 into the half. It's been Trevor Fuller doing a lot of damage for the Eagles. He's hit a couple shots from the outside. Really, a lot of guys on this Dakota Ridge team have been able to cash in from three. We'll take you through some of their point totals. Fuller, as I said, with 10. Ethan Berninger with 16. Alex Rodriguez with 5. Steph Schattinger, another guy with a triple. He has 3 points. Isaac Pullig, Gabe DeWicki, Carson Evans, all with 2. And Cole Holloway rounds things out with 5. For your Trojans, 2 points for Carl Burns and Campbell Duncan. 6 points from Bennett Blackerby, all coming late in that second quarter. Jackson Gill, he has been money from outside today. He's got 12 points. Mitchell Whitlow has 10. He scored all of Anderson's first 10 points. We've got 9 minutes up on the clock. We've got halftime ahead here. It's our last game of the night on the Anderson Classic, and let's go ahead and look at the Anderson Classic slate. Right now in Pool A, that's Anderson, Dakota Ridge, and Dulles. Both Anderson and Dakota Ridge are 1-0, seeing who wins this tonight to determine who's silver and who is gold. Dulles 0-2, so they are firmly in the bronze. St. Michael's 1-0, Rockwall 0-1, and Alif Elsick looks like they are 1-1. Yeah, they beat Rockwall and lost to St. Michael's. That's Pool B. Medina Valley leads off Pool C. Westlake and Kingwood are there too. Westlake and Kingwood are 1-0. Medina Valley is 0-2. And all these games will be played, of course, tomorrow. All these, the rest of these seeding games. Holmes, Travis, and Cypress Falls make up Pool D. Travis and Cypress Falls will play tomorrow. So Travis and Cy Falls 1-0. No, excuse me. Holmes is 1-1. Travis is 0-2. Cy Falls I'm getting all confused here. It looks like they are 1-0, and they will be playing tomorrow morning against Travis to determine the rest of the seeding. Those will all be kicking off tomorrow morning, 8:30 a.m. once again. But tonight here, Anderson, with a win, would go on to play at 7 p.m. That would take place at Navarro High School, and if that is the case, my man here, Josh Blanche, would take over the call on that, as I am still in the midst of football season myself, running sideline for the Vandegrift Vipers with my boss, Mr. Merle Bertrand, on the Austin Radio Network. But if Anderson loses here this evening, then their game would be tomorrow at 2:30 p.m., and I would be able to be in attendance for that. So that's what we've got going on in the Anderson Classic, and of course Saturday we'll get to all that when the time comes. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, set the headsets down. I'd like to thank you for tuning into the broadcast. I'm Jack Farrell along with my producer and color analyst, Mr. Josh Blanche. I'd like to thank our boss and our technical director, Mr. Berltran and Ms. Tuna Venkat, for keeping us on the air today. We've had a little bit of struggles at times, but it's been okay. But we're going to go ahead and send it to break. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Howery school coming into the building.
55 in Littleton.
As it will be Dakota Ridge to start things off. It'll be Alex Rodriguez dribbling things up. And they lob it inside. It's a good find to Holloway. He blows the layup, gets it back, and that's a travel. Took 3 steps. Here's Carson Evans. Officials really haven't called a lot of carries, a lot of travels here today on either side, so I'll give them that. But here's Trevor Fuller trying to find Holloway. It's knocked away, and jump ball. It looked like Holloway might have had it on the baseline, but either way, it's Anderson ball. Just like to hold on to that possession arrow. Nonetheless, Anderson takes it back. 7 minutes, 34 seconds remain here in the third quarter as we are just underway, if you are just joining us. Blackerby bringing it up. As the way things have gone, you might want to shift Jackson Gill into more of an off-ball role. But, of course, we are really early here in the season as Blackerby tries to take the contact, and as Dale jumped a little too early to get that rebound. Here comes Alex Rodriguez dribbling it up as he kicks it off to Pullig. Pullig going to go with Blackerby. Turn, spins, going to try and go through Bennett. Can't get it to go. Rebound up high to Holloway. Now here comes Carson Evans. He gets him into the air, gets the layup to go. As Pullig has been pretty out of control all game. He's been trying to fly in for rebounds, and he'll hit the floor pretty hard. He's got to be careful.
He does. He's got to be a lot more careful with that.
Who cares about picking up an easy foul? He's going to hurt himself.
Yeah.
As Dale turned away, they get it into Campbell Duncan on the block. Back to Dale. Dale going to try a shot. That's no good. Rebound goes to Evans, and that's going to be a foul going against Mitchell Whitlow as his foul trouble continues. That's a good call. He did push him in the back.
I was on the Trojans number 1, Mitchell Whitlow, his third.
Got it, man.
That's 3 on Mitch. 7-point game.
One thing you don't want someone in foul trouble, because then it changes your whole offensive and defensive mindset.
Yeah, one more foul would be a killer as Elig misses underneath. Gets the rebound back, going to go back up with it, and finally gets one. Here's Bennett Blackerby. 9-point game now, finds Campbell Duncan. Kicks it off to Mitchell Whitlow, fakes the handoff. He's going to drive in, pull up from the elbow. That shot's good. Mitchell Whitlow's first make since the early going. He's got 12. As 3 fouls is okay to play with, 4 it gets a little dicey, so Whitlow's got to be careful. They've got him stashed on Evans in the corner. They call for the switch. Now he's on Holloway, but imagine Holloway might try to get him to post up. As here's Evans, kills his dribble underneath. Elig pump fake, dishes it off. Alex Rodriguez gets it to go as he hits the ground.
Rodriguez with the finish.
My assessment here, Dakota Ridge it's a close game, and it's a very evenly fought game so far, but Dakota Ridge just looks like just that much better of a team here tonight.
It's the small intangible things that they're doing. That's really what it is. It has nothing to do with their speed or anything like that. It has everything to do with them doing the small things right.
Yeah, they have been a little cleaner. As Duncan on the rebound couldn't quite get it to Dale as he was stuck underneath the basket. Dish off to Evans. He's going to put it on the floor. Blackerby can't get the defense. And Evans has 2 more. That's 6 points in the game for him. They've opened up an 11-point lead, and now Anderson going to call a timeout. 5:15 to go here in the third. Looks like it's going to be a full timeout, so we'll go ahead and take that break with them. You're listening to Anderson Basketball on Vype, brought to you by Howie Breen and Herman.
Hey high schoolers, are you interested in a career in sports media? Vype can help. Launched in 2017, our Vype U Ambassador Program is a one-of-a-kind educational scholarship program that offers high school students a chance to gain hands-on experience in the sports media field. Vype U also gives students a platform to build their portfolio of creative work under the guidance of Vype's seasoned professionals. From covering games to publishing photos, writing articles, and conducting on-camera interviews, each Vype U ambassador receives an immersive experience geared toward their interests, while promoting their own school and preparing them for their future. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out more about Vype U today.
I'm not one to complain, as I do like a lot of my parents' music, but they really do lean into the classics here at Anderson High School. We had a lot of Beastie Boys this morning and some Freebird here tonight. And sorry to lump Beastie Boys in with Leonard Skinner if I made anybody feel old, but we're young people here on the broadcast.
Yeah, we are.
As here's Bennett Blackerby. Kicks over, well, back to Gill, then back to Dale. Fred working around the perimeter. Hesitation, gets it to Jackson Gill. He's going to try and maybe take it to the basket. He'll pull it back out. Missed on a 3 moments ago, so he appears to have cooled off. As Gill, that's off his knee. Now Campbell Duncan, screen coming from Fred Dale. Good pocket pass to Fred Dale. Takes the contact, gets it to go. Coach Pittsford really wanted some a whistle on that contact, and I think he had a case, but that's Fred Dale's first bucket of the game. He had a slow start in the last game too, but really turned it up late, ended it with 11. As nice cut, nice pass. Now back outside, Evans. Anderson doing a great job to tough break for Trojans there. Anderson able to recover defensively, but as that's going to go on Whitlow, and that's going to be 4. Got away with a travel, and then he took a bump, and they called the foul there. So that's a big swing as Mitchell Whitlow, a starter and one of the key experienced pieces of this Anderson team, goes out with 4 fouls. We still have 12 minutes left in this ball game.
That's really going to hurt you down the stretch.
Here's Rodriguez, turns, spins, and that is stuffed by Bennett Blackerby. He got every bit of that thing. That's going to be off of Bennett's knee, and it's going this way. Is the whistle really starting to favor Dakota Ridge here in this second half? Dakota Ridge fans not happy with the officiating in the first half. Anderson fans not happy in the second.
Yeah, no one's ever happy with officiating.
Why would anyone become an official? Everybody hates you. Oh, but I get it, man. It's an honorable job. Someone has to do it.
I would do it in a city where no one knows me, where I could leave you.
Like a police officer.
Yeah.
Go and live in a different city than you work in. But now back to an 11-point game as Pulling steals this one away. He spins into the basket, gives Campbell Duncan an elbow, gives him another elbow, and he gets the layup. Is Coach Pittsford calling a timeout? Is this one starting to get away from the Trojans?
Yeah, it's starting to slip away from them. They got to dial in and figure it out. And the worst part is one of their best players is in foul trouble.
Yep.
And you still can't. You got to capitalize in some shape, form, or fashion. And they're not really doing that.
Yeah, he has 4 fouls, and we still have plenty of time left in this third quarter.
Yep.
So, not what you want, not great. But it's been a good game for him, nonetheless. 12 points for Mitch. As he's going to need a little bit more from the other guys around him. Bennett Blackerby, 19 points in the last game, just 6 tonight. Campbell Duncan, 19 points in the first game, just 2 tonight. So their 2 leading scorers in that last game have slowed down. Mitchell Whitlow with 9 in the first game, 12 here tonight. So he's been a mark of consistency. Jackson Gill filled up 5 in the first, first game, has 12 points here, all coming in the first half. 3 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Anderson with the ball in the third quarter. They trail it by 13. It's 49-36. Need a little bit of a run here. Need some shots to fall.
They got to chip away. That's the way you get back in this game. Chip away and find a hot streak.
Gill doing a good job to just come down with it. Blackerby crosses over, gets to his spot, can't hit the shot, and unfortunately Williford would have been right there for the rebound, but he tried to crash, and it went to the Eagles. Now here comes Carson Evans back outside to Trevor Fuller. Fuller up top, crosses over, he's going to pull up, and he's not going to be able to hit. And they're going to call this on the floor somehow. No, they're going to get that against Dakota Ridge. Looked like he was pointing down at Caden Williford. I was like, I don't see, he had legal guarding, or he had legal box out position. I was going to be confused about that call, but they got it.
Trojans number 10, Williford, second.
.258. Jackson Gill bringing it up. Cooper Bain on the inbounds pass. He's back into the game. He's in with Williford, Duncan, and Bennett Blackerby. Bennett kicks to the corner for Bain. Bain going to put it on the floor. Takes it in. Good pass inside to Williford. He hesitates, puts it on the ground, and he has it knocked away. Could have gone for his own board, but he thought it was going to go out of bounds, and Carson Evans clears it away. Kicks outside. Now going to try again for a 3 is Fuller. His shot's no good. Campbell Duncan can't come up with the board. It's Logan Culp. He stepped out of bounds, and it's going the other way. So both teams down the stretch in the third, it's looking a little ugly.
Yeah, they both look like they're in some sort of slump. They got to figure it out.
Trojans 3 team fouls, 1 team foul for Dakota Ridge. Hand off to Blackerby. Bennett dishes it off to Jackson Gill. Gill going to come back up top, crosses over, drives in. Now back outside, Bain open look. He can't cash in. Rebound batted away by Williford. Campbell Duncan tried to take it away, and now here come the Eagles once again. It's Carson Evans, called his name a lot here, as there's Ellig. Hangs, can't get it, gets the board and gets it to go. I think he has missed every shot and then gotten an offensive rebound and a putback on every shot. Bennett Blackerby takes a lot of contact, and Fuller can't believe it, but he had him entirely wrapped up. They're going to call it on the floor.
Sometimes you do everything right and you still fail.
Yeah, I have to admire Pulley's. What's the word I'm looking for?
His toughness, his grit,
resilience to just to pound the offensive glass, get his own miss, be able to get a putback. He has done that to the tune of 8 points as Campbell Duncan tries from the free throw line. He can't connect, and the rebound goes to Berninger, and we come the other way. Anderson has just gotten stone cold from the offensive end at this point in this game. So that's an offensive foul. Good charge taken by Campbell Duncan.
Number 11, Berninger, second.
And it's been a long day for Anderson. You know, they started today. They were in the gym, 7 in the morning to get warm, and now they're here at almost 9:30 at night, still playing basketball. They did have the whole day off, but you can just see a little bit of that stagnation.
And that's hard.
Darby trying to feed it inside to Bain, and it's going to be stolen away. Now kick over to Rodriguez. Now back outside to Schattinger. They get it into the corner. It's Logan Culp. Schattinger going to try his three again, and he hits.
Schattinger.
18-point game, 1 minute, 15 seconds now. Jackson Gill on the wing, minute left in the third. Crosses over, gets to his spot, pulls up, can't get it to go. Campbell Duncan trying for it, as that's going to be a foul going against Campbell Duncan.
That's on the Trojans, number 5, Campbell Duncan, his second.
Because they're just ice cold.
They are.
And Dakota Ridge, that lead just keeps building. It's not because they're hitting shots or doing anything in particular. They could be trading baskets right now. Anderson just isn't making any baskets. The defense. Go ahead.
But, you got to take what was given, and they are trying to force their shots, and that's the problem.
The defense hasn't necessarily been poor. They have allowed a few. The rebounding hasn't been great, but the defense hasn't necessarily been poor. But you really just can't find anything on the offensive end. And Dakota Ridge doing a really good job of holding on to the ball and not turning it over, which is really where Anderson's bread is buttered offensively.
Most definitely.
So Dakota Ridge will dribble out the clock. They have a chance to extend it to 20 points. Is Berninger with it? Gets it into Pullig. Now back outside. Berninger going to fire away. Can't get it to go. Rebound underneath. Jackson Gill has it. He'll have a chance for a half-court heave. And he hit the roof.
Close.
But that'll do it. He made it through one of the crossbeam things there, and he ended up hitting a dunk.
Man.
So yeah, Anderson does have a pretty low roof. And really only comes into play, on heaves like that, but it came into play. And with that, we will head to the fourth quarter. Anderson trails by 18, 54-36. We'll see if they can make it something of a game down the stretch. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Anderson Basketball on Vype.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same-day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Fourth quarter. With just 8 minutes to play, Anderson facing the deficit. We might be able to see some of the guys we haven't seen yet, as that one's just going to be a bad turnover there for the Eagles. They know, you can see it on their faces. But that's what Anderson needs, a couple of those, a couple of threes, and you're looking at a 12-point game, a 9-point game.
Just about chipping away at that lead. That's all you got to really do.
Blackerby going to drive in. He takes the trip. So they will take that side out of bounds, and they'll take another foul going against the Eagles. We are now even at 4 apiece. Alex Rodriguez heads to the bench. It's Holloway, Fuller, and Evans back into the game. And inbounds have been troublesome for Anderson. They've turned it over on him quite a few times.
They have.
Both this evening and this morning.
They got to play better. They're playing a little too sloppy.
Good find. They're trying to work it into the post. That's one place they really try to find points. They trust these big men. Well, for Anderson, quote-unquote big men. But these post players, they trust their footwork. They trust their touch around the basket. So you see Campbell Duncan posting up underneath. As Whitlow's back into the game to start the fourth quarter, he's going to cross over. Kills his dribble, back out to Campbell Duncan. He'll get ahead of steam, takes it to the basket. Floater's no good. Rebound goes underneath to Holloway. And out and running. Fuller going to try again from downtown, and he hits.
Trevor Fuller for 3.
Was cold for a bulk of the second half, and now he is back and ready to go as Mitchell Whitlow corrals it. He's going to dribble into a pull-up triple. Knocks him down. Mitchell Whitlow have to be happy about his performance tonight. Something to build on is if you can really use Mitchell Whitlow as an offensive weapon, that opens things up a whole lot more for Anderson. And we saw them really struggle to score with him on the bench, as there's Berninger can't get the shot. Rebound goes to Mitchell Whitlow, and now coming the other way. Mitch with his head up, looking for a guy to pass to. Kicks to the corner, Jackson Gill. He's going to try the three. That's going to be no good. Rebound to Mitchell Whitlow, and they went on a run when that guy went out. He scored 5 points. That'll tell you something. Mitchell Whitlow, he's an important piece of this team.
He is.
Extremely important. We saw last year he had some injury issues, missed a few games, and the offense just didn't look the same without him, and that was with a much more talented offensive roster. As here's Evans, gets to his spot, kicks it over to Alex Rodriguez, who will drive baseline, back outside, and he airmails it.
He's not playing.
Man.
So this is what Anderson needs. Force a few turnovers, get Dakota Ridge to just give some up for you. They're still down 16. It's going to be tough to make it a game, but if Anderson can heat up just at the right time, they can make them sweat a little bit.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. You want to show fight. You want to show toughness, especially because you're in a tournament.
It's a great idea, great look for Bennett Blackerby. Just Campbell Duncan couldn't get both hands on it. Goes out of bounds. That's another turnover for the Trojans. Into the corner. Shot's no good. Rebound up high and just taken away by Fuller. Now here comes Rodriguez to the basket. He kills his dribble, swings it back outside. Berninger going to try a three. His shot's no good. One-hand board goes to Whitlow. He fires ahead to Campbell Duncan. Campbell seals off, gets the basket. That's his first field goal of the game. He's got 4 points.
Craziness.
Much better run here for the Trojans. They trail it by 14 with 5.5. It's going to be tough, but they're still in this game.
Very much so. And they have enough time to try to chip away. They have to keep playing the way they've been playing. And that's going to be a little challenging. But so far, so good.
Whitlow at team high 17, looking for maybe a 20-piece. I'm not sure if he has one in his career. I know he got into double figures plenty of times last season, but this might be a career high for Mitchell Whitlow coming up.
It very well might be. And you would hate for this to be the career high and you can't get the dub.
Still something good to build on. But of course, you want to win every game you play.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, a little water break there. is now back out of the timeout. Anderson's got their starters on the court, as do the Dakota Ridges.
Give a quick shout out to Sabrina tonight. Sabrina bringing the A game.
Rodriguez on the inbound. Back to him, back to Evans. She's Colorado school, putting up a good fight with a chance to get into the gold bracket and upset all these Texas kids. There's Gill with some good defense. They've got a trap on the corner going against Rodriguez. He doesn't know where to go with it, just fires it off to Holloway. And now here's Pulig, kick to the corner. He won't take it. Instead, he'll wisely just pull it out and kill more clock. Right now, the clock is Anderson's biggest enemy because they're playing some pretty good basketball here in the fourth. Pull up jumper from the elbow. That's going to be no good. Rebound strong to Holloway. The rebounding just hasn't been good for Anderson in this game.
It hasn't been, but as of late, for Dakota, it's been shots not falling. So they both have their own issues. They have to figure it out.
First personal for Bennett. Really only have an eye on Whitlow for foul trouble. Under 5 to play. Fuller. Carson Evans now with it. They get it into Cole Holloway. He's going to try and go at Dale. Goes across the lane, kicks outside. That's Pulig. He's going to drive in. Spin. Gives the shoulder to Campbell Duncan. Hits the floor. Rebound Campbell. And we have a foul going against Dakota Ridge there.
Fouls on the rebound. It's going to be on the Eagles, number 35.
Man, fouls
Cole
are never
Holloway
are.
is forward.
Fouls aren't typically good. You definitely didn't need one right there.
That far from the basket, that being your last foul to give as well.
Yep.
If there's one thing you don't want to do is give a team that is trailing ample opportunity at the foul line.
They can chip away.
That's brutal, just right through Blackerby's hands. And that's kind of been how it's gone this evening for Anderson. Just right when they're able to make it close, something happens to switch momentum in the other direction as Dale almost snapped that back to Gill. As here's Whitlow, feed the hot hand. Mitchell keeping it on the ground, kicks to the corner for Campbell Duncan. He's going to drive baseline, kick it back to Blackerby. Bennett going to pull up for the triple. Can't get it to go, too strong. Just not his best showing. It's the game Bennett will like to forget, but he was excellent in that first game, so he'll have a few of those. He's still a key player and a team leader on this team. He's going to score a lot of points this season.
He will.
3:45 and a pass to nobody.
He is not playing.
Man, oh man. I think if Mitchell Whitlow doesn't get into foul trouble, this game is a little bit closer. I still think that Dakota Ridge proved themselves to be a little bit better of a team here tonight, but really good showing. You have to like it if you're Anderson trying to battle back and get into this one. They just haven't been able to hit shots, and they've been turning the ball over a little too much.
Most definitely.
Three and a quarter to play.
That was on the Druid. 23, Penny Blackerby is second.
As he did the KD rip-through move to draw that foul. You know what I'm talking about? He gets your hand reached out. That's brutal. It's always tough. If they're giving him that call, it's tough. And I mean, you make contact. You did technically foul him, but
oh yeah,
it's just tough as a defender. It's a very smart heads-up play for an offensive player to do. That's why Kevin Durant's one of the best. And if you can employ a move that Kevin Durant does, then hey, you're doing something right. As Bennett Blackerby has now picked up his third foul. 3 quick ones here in the fourth quarter. As that sends Dakota Ridge to the line. It's Berninger to the line. Hits the first. Blackerby on the board as he splits the pair. Nice pass. Campbell Duncan on the lay. Pat his stats a little bit. He's up to 6 points. That cuts the lead right back down. Now it's 13. 2 minutes 47 seconds remain. So, not over. It's not over.
Tracy McGrady scored 13 and not in no time flat.
with the shot clock.
Yep. What was it? Reggie Miller had, 13?
8 points.
8 points in 9 seconds?
Yeah, 8 points, 9 seconds, something like that. Have you seen that play recently? That the inbound guy just throws it right to him.
Like, how do you?
He did kind of shove him, but Reggie Miller. All right, I think we're going to take one more break, probably our last one of the broadcast. I'd like to thank you for tuning in. Anderson basketball will continue in a moment. We are sponsored by Howery, Bean, and Herman. Back after this.
Interested in Vype Campus? Vype Campus brings our popular citywide media days right to your doorstep. As a Vype Campus client, we will work with you to help you take advantage of our unique campus model to build a unique experience for your school. From media day photo shoots of all your athletes to game day coverage, broadcasts and live streams, video and digital content, hype videos, the Vype U program, same day graphics, and of course your very own campus magazine, Vype Campus is truly whatever you want it to be. Email info@vypemedia.com to find out how to join Vype Campus today.
Travel called. Anderson, the press works. They get the ball back. They're taking Mitchell Whitlow out on defense. Andrew Darby in and out of the game on that. Fred Dale, Bennett Blackerby, Jackson Gill, Campbell Duncan, Mitchell Whitlow. Those are the 5 guys out there for the Anderson Trojans. There's 2.5 left. Anderson only trails by 13 now. Like I said, might be a little too late to make it a real game, but it's enough to make them sweat. Blackerby gets it to go. Down 10, 2.5 left.
Anderson's trying to make it important.
They're trapping, they're doubling, and they're going to call a timeout.
As they should.
You know, hey.
You never truly know.
Just if they get just time. But announcer jinx incoming. I'm manifesting it. I'm speaking it into existence. See, like you would have loved him to shoot that there.
I really think they're just trying to play keep away for now.
That's
they don't want this to come away. They don't want this come back.
Anderson running out of time. Minute 45 left now. Be careful who you foul. And they've been doing a really good job of just keeping it in this triangle.
Anderson is going to have to be a little more aggressive if they want to try to come back from this.
Yeah, he probably needed a foul about 30 seconds ago.
Yep.
That's going to be a kick ball, yeah. He did throw it off of your leg, but that is still a kick ball.
It is.
It's not my favorite rule in basketball. If you throw it off of someone's foot, it's a kick ball, but that is the rule.
Which they would change it. Bang.
Nice basket. Maybe ill-advised to pull up, but Berninger trusts his jump shot, and he knocks it down, makes it a 12-point game as Blackerby scoots in, gets it to go. Bennett probably got away with an elbow, but people have been getting away with elbows all game.
Guys on the Trojans, number 23, Bennett Blackerby, his 4th.
As here's Alex Rodriguez coming to the line. He's got 7 points in the game. He hasn't scored too often, but he's been very involved in this offense and very involved in keeping things humming for Dakota Ridge when they got out to that big lead there in the third quarter. Rebound to Anderson. They've got a 10-point deficit. 1 minute to go. Blackerby goes coast to coast. That's going to be a blocking foul, and Bennett will head to the line for 2. Bennett was a little out of control, but Cole Holloway did not establish legal guarding position at any point. He was still moving backwards. So that is a blocking foul going against Dakota Ridge. That's going to be 5 on him, so he's out of the game. Bennett Blackerby will head to the line.
Got to be more patient than that. But I think that they are relishing in what they've done. They were able to.
Good game, Cole.
I think they were able to really relish in what they've done thus far. And they still have a long tournament to go, but the resiliency, the fight, not quitting, and being down by as much as you are, or you were at one point, to make this a sizable margin. Works that way.
Yep, got up to as many as 18. Anderson has it back down to 9 now, 1 minute to go. Blackerby goes 1 for 2, and if you looked at the standings, this Dakota Ridge team beat Dulles by about 15. Anderson beat Dulles by 3. So that's the math. Anderson just down 9.
Number 5, Campbell Duncan is 3rd. To the line for the Eagles, Carson Evans, 1-1.
It's the final score this afternoon. It was 65-50 Dakota Ridge over Dulles. That was back at 4 p.m. So Dakota Ridge has had a nice little 4-hour layoff. Anderson has a 12-hour layoff.
Carson earns the ball.
Carson Evans hits his first. He's got 7. Back up to a 10-point deficit. 58 seconds left. Makes them both.
For 2.
They've been sound from the free throw line here this evening. This here's Mitchell Whitlow, crosses over, loses the ball, and into the front court. They'll slow it down. Back over to Berninger. They had Rodriguez wide open under the basket, but I don't think they're going to be shooting anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be shooting either. I think they're just going to be playing a long, long game of keep away.
It'll be Trevor Fuller. He's got a team high 13.
Fuller good on the first, shoots 1 more.
That is going to virtually seal the deal.
Yep.
For 2.
Looks like Anderson probably, well, barring a miracle, Anderson probably going to drop this one. Blackerby pull up triple, no good. Rebound to Fred Dale. Nice job coming down with it. Takes the foul. And what? Freddie heads to the line after taking the hoop.
Count the basket.
And the arm.
Number 4, Trevor Fuller, his second. To the line for the and 1. Fred Dale.
Let's see if Anderson keeps trying to foul or if they concede here. As Whitlow and Blackerby head to the bench. That might be it for them. As Fred Dale converts 3 points the old-fashioned way, and Dakota Ridge going to burn another timeout.
Timeout on the floor. Eagles coach, all he's got left is full.
Only got full timeouts left, so we'll just go ahead and keep it here. No sense in taking another break with 30 more seconds left in the game. But an impressive win here for Dakota Ridge as they are going to move into the gold bracket. I'll tell you what that means. So they are 2-0, which slots them into gold. That game will be played tomorrow night at Navarro High School. Anderson, fortunate for them, they are going to be the last game played here at Anderson High School tomorrow afternoon. They play at 2:30 p.m. So I should be here for Travis versus Cy Falls, and then that Anderson game, and then whatever we've got going on Saturday. Might be doing 3 games on Saturday. That'd be fun. Because these nice people have tacked on some more games that we're going to broadcast for the Anderson Classic.
Awesome.
They're able to break the press. Now racing ahead. There's Rodriguez, and they're going to keep on fouling. 24 seconds left. Anderson trails by 10.
Fouls on the Trojans, number 5, Campbell Duncan, his 4th.
Whitlow and Blackerby back in. Campbell Duncan picks up his 4th foul. At this point, Anderson running out of it. As Alex Rodriguez heads back to the line. He's been good from the line here today.
Man, I mean, this has been a fun tournament to watch thus far. And so it's only going to get more fun as we get through Friday, as we get through Saturday. It's gonna be ecstatic. I'm ecstatic to see what happens.
Hits a boom. Puts the lead back to 12. Bennett Blackerby with it. Under 20. Bennett going to dribble into a pull-up tray. Can't get this one to go. Fred Dale's guys with the board, and that's going to be an over-the-back foul.
Those two like each other a lot. Foul on number 22, Fred Dale.
As Anderson did claw back, but now they're playing the foul game to make it look a little bit worse than it ended up being. But at this point,
asked him to prom.
Dr. Buckman, he is running on fumes in his bag today.
I think we're all running on fumes at this point.
I'm tired, and I've only done 3 games today. He's been here for like 15 hours.
Oh, yeah, man. He's
I guess our thing might be just a little more high intensity, but barely. Whitlow, knock it down, make it 20. Fred Dale, offensive rebounding, doing well today. And that'll do it as the buzzer will.
That's the ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. Be right back here at 8:30 in the morning. We'll play 9 more. And if you didn't have fun tonight, then you're no fun at all.
Another long day coming up ahead tomorrow as Anderson falls 68-56 against the Dakota Ridge Eagles, who will move into the gold bracket. If you do the math, everything worked out exactly right in Pool A. Team A beat Team B by 3, and then Team C beat Team B by 15. Split that difference, and Dakota Ridge is exactly 12 points better than the Anderson Trojans, and we saw that here tonight. 68-56 your final score. Trevor Fuller ended up with 15 points. That's a team high for Dakota Ridge. For your Anderson Trojans, Blackerby and Jackson Gill both ended up with 12. Fred Dale and Campbell Duncan. Fred had 7, Campbell had 6. Carl Burns, I liked what I saw from Carl Burns tonight. He's a great rebounder. Fights, plays hard. 2 points for him. Mitchell Whitlow with maybe a career high. I'll have to check in on that. He had 17 points. But we're going to be back here in the morning for that first Cy Falls game. I'll be on the call for that if y'all want to tune in. If not, we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon at 2:30 for the Anderson Trojans silver bracket game. And that'll do it for us. I've been Jack Farrell alongside my comrade, my producer, and my color analyst, Mr. Josh Blanch, and for all the fine folks back at the studio, Nate, Merle, Suna. We appreciate everything that they do for us, and we appreciate you most of all for listening to the game itself, listening to the broadcast. We couldn't do it without you. And with that, we say good night, everybody, from Austin, Texas.